That was the hello horn sound from Elias. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. It's so good to see all of you here again today. Welcome to everybody out there on Facebook Live, and welcome to everybody in the room. We are here this week for our Change Week. Today being Thursday, the 29th, and we are I think on day 4 of singing about change. Thank you so much for joining us. Nico and I are on the road on our way to Village Harmony. And so the background today actually is Dartmouth College. They're behind me and my car door. So hi, everybody in the room. So glad to see you all. Hello, of course, to Elias Alexander, who's singing with us today. It's great to see you, Elias. Hello to Aaron, who's running the tech for us today. Thank you so much. Hello to Bronwyn in Victoria. Deli in Maryland, Al, hello, on his guitar. Hi, Deborah in Kentucky, or in her car, maybe in Kentucky. Susan in Ohio, hello. And Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Martha in Oregon, Mabel and Bob in Mass. Brian, great to see you today. Hello, Cricket in Maryland. Hello, Annette in California. Sheila in Florida. Hello, Aloysius. By the time we're done with this Daily Antidote of Song, or there is no done, but we should all just rename ourselves, like change our last names formally to, Sheila, your last name is now in Florida. Aloysius, your last name is now in Massachusetts. Arlene in California. Carol in Connecticut. Kevin in New Hampshire. Becky in Vancouver. Let's see who else we have today. I am switching screens. Kate in Charlottesville. Hello. Toby in California. Hello. Steve and Michelle. Nice to have you today. Phil not in Devon. He's in today, and yet another mysteriously pronounceable, I'll say it in French. Totne. Hello, Ruth in Birmingham. What did I say it again?
Totnes represent. Sorry.
There, you know it?
Yes, shout out to Totnes. It's great.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. Phil is actually singing with us tomorrow, so we'll bring him in for some chat later since you guys know the same thing. Ruth in Birmingham. Hello. Glad to have you back again for day 3. Carolyn in Idaho. Hello. Jamie in Victoria. Susan, nice to see you. And Gary in Mass, Sarah in Texas, Renata in Wisconsin, Barb in Virginia. Hello, Shari in New Hampshire, where I am also right now. Hello, Susan in Seattle. Hi, Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. Lynn in Connecticut, Ann in Maryland. Hi, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Hello, Thomasina in New York. Good to see you. And Jane in Maryland. Glad you're here. And looking to see where else. Jane in Texas, hello. And Harriet in Chicago. Hello, Caroline in DC. Fred from the DC Labor Course. Folks off video, Jamie and Kat in Vermont. And Karen and Barbara, Steph and Sarah, Joni, Tom, Kachina. I think we've got a couple new people with us today. Welcome, new people. Welcome again to everybody on Facebook Live. And let's all take a deep breath and listen to the car driving by me. I am going to bring up front and center. Yep. Hello. Thank you. Not sure how that happened, and I don't know when I cut off. So this is Elias Alexander, who is singing with us today. I think it's his 3rd time in the room. Elias, I'm super excited to hear your change song and to chat with you some more about change. And I think you said yours is particularly focused on climate change. Is that right?
That's right. Yes.
Well, there's lots of room for discussion on that, especially based on where you are. Would you like to teach your chorus and sing the song? And then we'll chat for a little while.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, when you mentioned Change Week, this was the first thing that came to mind, and so I threw it out there. And so thank you for the opportunity to play an original song here rather than a traditional song. This is a song that came to me in 2019. Years, when there was those huge fires in Australia, and I was just, no, it must have been 2020, I don't know. Anyway, there were these huge fires in Australia, and it was just like, oh man, we are in such trouble here. And then later that same year, there was the fire right near my hometown where I grew up. The Almeda fire in Southern Oregon, which burned 2 towns just right next to my town. And it could have been my town if the wind had been blowing a different direction. So it was very real. So this song just came from a deeply just emotional, kind of scared, heartbroken place around what's happening with climate change. And also I lived on the East Coast of the US for 10 years or something. And I just moved back to the West Coast, and it is really different. It is way drier. The fires are insane. It's way hotter. Yeah. So I'm in Portland, Oregon right now. So let me teach you this. This chorus. So it's very simple. It goes, "The world is on fire, and they keep saying, let it burn." And when I wrote that, I was thinking about Donald Trump, who was president at the time, and I was thinking about BP and Exxon and all of the companies that do the majority of polluting. The world is on fire, and they keep saying, let it burn. If we're so disconnected, that don't explain why it hurts. So if we're so disconnected from the planet, that we don't need to pay attention to this, then that don't explain why it hurts so bad. So let's try the melody. So it goes, "The world is on fire, and you keep saying, or they keep saying, let it burn. If we're so disconnected, that don't explain why it hurts. That don't explain why it hurts." Yeah. Let's try that one more time. So let's do line by line. "The world is on fire, and you keep saying, let it burn." Sorry, I originally wrote that you. I'm changing it to they because I don't want to be singing you at you guys, but you can sing whichever one you want. "And they keep saying, let it burn." And then we go up again. "If we're so disconnected, that don't explain why it hurts." And then we repeat that last line. "That don't explain why it hurts." Yeah? How are we feeling about that? Feeling good? If you're feeling good, wave your arms. Hey! Okay, I love to see that. Okay, let's do it. You guys will get it. It's very simple. Okay. Oh no, can't be having that. Sorry, little phone call there. Let's start that again. I'm grateful every day for the rain, 'cause it reminds me that the land is alive. I'm grateful no 2 days are the same. Watch the clouds come and go, I'm playing with the light. If heaven sent us here, I don't believe it. I'm a child of the water and the dirt. This earth has meant to me my whole existence, so how can I not put her first? And the world is on fire, and they keep saying, let it burn. If we're so disconnected, that don't explain why it hurts. That don't explain why it hurts. I hear them talking on the television, their voices angry and their words unkind, acting like it's some competition. Well, most of us get left behind. They know their lies will only spread confusion and keep us talking while the world burns down. Powerlessness is an illusion. We can rise and change it now. Change we. And the world is on fire, and they keep saying, let it burn. If we're so disconnected. That don't explain why it hurts. That don't explain why it hurts. What could we give up? What would we gain to face the future unafraid? I just keep praying it's not too late. I just keep praying it's not too late. I just keep praying it's not too late. And the world is on fire, and you keep saying, let it burn. If we so disconnected, that don't explain why it hurts. That don't explain why it hurts. If heaven sent us here, I don't believe. I'm a child of the water and the dirt. This earth has meant to me my whole existence. So how can I not put her first? Oh, thanks for the hand claps. Love it.
Elias, that was really beautiful and really powerful. And it's bringing it home, not only that you're actually there in a place where there's fires and smoke, and that there are other people in a place where there are fires and smoke, but that of course it's happening all over, not just here in this country, it's happening all over the globe, and the fires and the smoke and also the other catastrophes that are happening that are all interrelated. So we talked about it a little bit when you were here last time, because you were drinking a lot of water and it was affecting your voice. How is it breathing and singing where you are now?
So I'm last time I was on, I was in Ashland, Oregon, which is in Southern Oregon. And there was smoke in the air from the bootleg fire. And today I'm in Portland, Oregon, where there's not smoke in the air, thankfully. I actually think that New York and other parts of the East Coast got some of the bootleg fire smoke a few weeks ago, which is really interesting. So I think the wind is blowing some way where, anyway, we're not getting it in Portland. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Yeah.
So I've been coming in this whole week and last week from Pinewoods Camp. It's this beautiful, sort of idyllic outdoor setting amongst the pine trees on a beautiful lake and the sunny, clear skies. And every day the weather app is telling me that the air quality is horrifying. Like,
Wow.
And of course, living in DC, we're used to the air quality being horrifying. And then we get out and we come up to Pinewood supposedly to have better air quality, but we were in fact very much getting the smoke from the West Coast fires, even up here in Massachusetts. And I don't know about New Hampshire. No, it's unbelievable, isn't it? The way that it can be traversing such a large terrain, the way that it's so present. So, right, it doesn't, like many things we do here, it doesn't just disappear when we're done seeing it.
Yeah. And we climbed to the top of Mount Ashland, which is the mountain right above Ashland, the town I grew up in. And you could see the huge plume of smoke. I mean, it looked like just billowing clouds. And then you can see the wind sort of spreading it out, and then it becomes this like haze. Yeah.
So I can see stuff in the chat. So here's Storm in Greenfield, Mass, saying that the air there has been affected. And Kat in Vermont said that the smoke haze has been bad in Vermont, that even pets are having issues. Lynn said the smoke arrived in Connecticut earlier this week. Combined with the New England heat and humidity, it was oppressive. So it is amazing, like just how powerfully we can mess things up. When we're careless or when we're focused on the wrong when our outcome focus is more on, for example, money, or when it's greed based rather than being based on a healthy outcome for human life. And so can you tell me a little bit more about how you have been feeling lately about, well, I mean, besides what I can see in the song about how you're feeling?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of all this, well, I have to say that I think that for so long we would talk about climate change and we would talk about how unfair it was that the nations that do the most polluting were going to feel effects later than a lot of nations or communities where they've done less polluting, but are just in areas that are more vulnerable to flooding or drought, right? Like Bangladesh or East Africa or the Maldives or whatever, right? Talked about all these places that are like very vulnerable to different aspects of climate change. But it really seems like now what's happening is that we're feeling a lot of the effects of climate change in Europe and the US in a way that maybe we didn't think was going to happen so soon. And in a way, I mean, you can't say it's a good thing because it's a horrible thing, but it's like, I do think that people are starting to talk about climate change now. Like I'm seeing a lot more news articles, I'm seeing a lot more conversations about it because it is so real for us in the US and in these developed countries that have been polluting a lot for the past 150 years or something. Yeah.
A great reminder of our responsibility to, as either more power nations or just as able-bodied people or whatever the things are that happen to be the things that we have that were gifted to us. It's a great reminder of our responsibility to get into the shoes of the people who are not like us, but whom we impact with everything that we do. So we talked about this in this room a lot, the fact that it took isolation for folks to create a lot of arts programming for folks who live in isolation, because that's what we were finally feeling. And here, climate change is now going to affect us. Oh, we can't breathe the air we want to breathe. Well, then in that case, let's pay attention to this. So that's the not good thing about the good thing, right? Is that we should be so ahead of that and so not reliant on our personal experience being a trigger. But it's been a year of so many awarenesses, and potentially if we just take the greater awareness and just try to carry that into everything we do, there is reason to hope or to imagine that change is in the works. Is there anything you would like to say about anything that you have coming up that you'd like to share with us? Any releases or shows?
Well, I did want to say that this song is actually on Bandcamp. I put a link in the chat there. I recorded a version of this last summer, and it's up on Bandcamp. You can purchase it there as an MP3, and all the proceeds of that are donated to a fund which is helping people recover from the Alameda fire in Southern Oregon. So including some friends of mine who lost their homes. So if you want to hear this song again, you can buy it there, and all that money will be given to this fund. So that's the big thing. I saw somebody asking about chords for this song and lyrics. I'd definitely be happy to provide that. Maybe now with the whole group isn't the time to do that, but maybe you can email me. My email is just eliasalexandermusic@gmail.com. It's long, but it's straightforward. If you want chords and lyrics to the song, I'd be more than happy to send it to you. I would be very, very flattered and chuffed if anyone ever wanted to sing a song that I wrote. Yeah.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's yeah. I think that's it as far as I'm working towards releasing some of my original songs in a real way, on the internet, on all the platforms and everything. So just keep your eyes open for that. The real thing is sign up for my mailing list, which you can do on my website, if you want to hear about that stuff when it comes out. And also, if anyone is interested in taking fiddle lessons or bagpipe lessons or guitar lessons, I give lessons online. Those are my promo things. That's it.
That's great. Thank you. That's beautiful, Elias. So just on the note of people singing your songs, nice Polish pottery mug, by the way. People singing your songs is, I would expect that there will be people singing your songs and more people singing your songs. I mean, you're a beautiful songwriter and both lyrics and melody and everything. And here at the Pinewoods, well, not here, but here at the Pinewoods Camp where I am, it's been really fascinating to be working with musicians who are putting out things that they've just written, or even putting out the score for four-part compositions, in four-part harmony, because they're testing things out on an audience, and we are getting to be part of the process where they change something because of how it sounds, or even how it looks, or where the note falls. And so, Elias, it's awesome that you're singing songs that you've written and bringing us songs here in this room, and we hope we can continue to be a part of that. And I think we'll all be singing your songs. Certainly this week, we're all going to be singing this song. So thank you. How would you feel about giving us a couple of the choruses again before we close out?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, can I mention Totnes real quick?
Oh, yes, please. And actually, I'll try and find Phil, and you guys can have a little chat about whatever that is.
Yeah, so Phil is singing later this week. Am I right?
Yes. Tomorrow, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, excited. Really happy to sing and share a song with everybody tomorrow. Yeah, Totnes as well. That's the very place where I am.
Yeah, so I went to Totnes in 2009 or something. I did this sort of like journey of different places, and mostly in Europe and in the UK, that were doing kind of sustainability things. And Totnes has this like transition town Totnes thing, which is really, really cool.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, I probably will a little. Yes. Yeah, it's one of the things I'll bring up. Definitely. It's a very inspiring place.
Yeah, it's a really cool community.
That's so amazing. You've been here. And just yesterday, one of the singers yesterday, Moira, was literally here. She was like 5 minutes from my house last night. It was extraordinary.
Moira Smiley?
Yeah.
No way.
Unbelievable.
That's insane. Wow.
So I know Totnes has a long reach. For a small town, Totnes does have a very wide reach, a sort of world reach. But also, definitely the Daily Antidote of Song also has like a massive reach. So this is it.
Thank you, Phil. That's great. I am so excited to hear more about it tomorrow. And it is amazing the way that all of these interconnections happen in this room, and the ways we find ourselves 5 minutes or 5 heartbeats away from each other in so many ways. So thank you, Phil. And we're looking forward to singing with you tomorrow. And thank you again, Elias. I would love to hear your chorus a few more times, or whatever part of that song you're willing to reprise. Reprise? I never get that word right.
Yeah. Should we do the chorus, or what should we do here? One of a verse and a chorus, maybe? I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm grateful every day for the rain, 'cause it reminds me that the land is alive. I'm grateful no 2 days are the same. Watch the clouds come and go, playing with the light. If heaven sent us here, I don't believe it. I'm a child of the water and the dirt. This earth has meant to me my whole existence. So how can I not put her first? And the world is on fire, and they keep saying, let it burn. If we're so disconnected, that don't explain why it hurts. That don't explain why it hurts. One more time. And the world is on fire, and they keep saying, let it burn. If we're so disconnected, That don't explain why it hurts. That don't explain why it hurts. If heaven sent us here, I don't believe it. I'm a child of the water and the dirt. This earth has meant to me my whole existence. So how can I not put her first?
Thank you
guys so
Elias.
much.
Thank you so much. It was really, really great to spend time with you and to get that song in our systems. And hope lots of you have it stuck in your heads like I do now, and that you'll be humming it all day. Elias, we can't wait to sing with you at whatever the next thing is that we manage to do to include you in. We'll have to talk themes, make sure we pick a theme that aligns with something you're writing about. And myself and the skateboarder who just passed me both say goodbye to everyone out there on Facebook Live. Thanks everybody for being with us today, and we can't wait to sing with you tomorrow.